120 people filed claims against Diddy. That number made headlines around the world. What happened to those cases after the cameras left never did. Most of them are already dead, and the way they died tells you more about his machine than the trial ever could. But there's one case still alive that his lawyers have thrown everything at, and it will not go away. In fact, it has a deadline this Monday. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one it is and why it's the most dangerous thing still waiting for him.
Sean Diddy Combs facing another long list of sexual misconduct allegations. He's in jail awaiting trial on charges of trafficking women for sex parties and has pleaded not guilty. Houston attorney Tony Busby says he represents 120 people who say Combs abused them as well.
The number started with one woman, November 2023. Cassie Ventura files her lawsuit describing years of what she alleged inside that relationship. Diddy settles it in 1 day, says Law and Crime. 1 day. No discovery, no depositions, no trial, a reported 8-figure check and silence. And that speed told everyone watching exactly how afraid his side was of that specific case moving forward. Because his machine doesn't settle, it fights. Which means the 1-day check wasn't generosity, it was triage. Something about that case could not be allowed to reach a courtroom. The wall had cracked. And through that crack, over the next 11 months, came a flood nobody in his camp was built to imagine.
And right now we're following breaking news tonight and what appears to be a huge development in the lawsuit involving Sean Combs. Moments ago, word coming out that Combs and R&B singer Cassandra Ventura have settled the lawsuit. Both sides releasing statements moments ago saying they agreed to resolve the matter amicably.
October 2024. A Texas attorney stands at a podium and announces he represents 120 alleged victims of Sean Combs, men and women, with claims spanning more than 30 years, says ABC News. 30 years, former employees, party guests, people from every era of the empire, from the bad boy 90s to the streaming age. The headlines wrote themselves, and the public filed the story away as finished. 120 accusers. Surely he's buried in court for the rest of his life. But a press conference is not a filing. A filing is not a trial, and a claim is not a judgment. What actually happened to those 120 claims over the last 20 months is a story nobody has told start to finish, and it splits into 3 groups: the dead, the dying, and the dangerous. Take them in order, because the way the dead ones died is a pattern.
It has been a long journey to get here. She did not want to hide. Why should she hide her head in shame? She has not done anything wrong.
Dawn Richard had once been on top of the world. She was a rising star and a member of the popular girl group Danity Kane.
Start with the biggest name to lose completely, Dawn Richard. Discovered by Diddy on television, she sued describing years of what she says she witnessed and experienced. On June 15th, a federal judge dismissed her entire lawsuit, says TMZ, and all but one claim can never be refiled, not settled. Not disproven at trial. Time barred. The statute of limitations ran out before the courthouse doors ever mattered. The judge ruled the claims couldn't proceed, not that they weren't true. Hold that distinction. It governs everything in this video. 6 days earlier, another domino. Kristina Khorram, his longtime right hand, the woman one accuser publicly compared to Ghislaine Maxwell. A Los Angeles judge threw out the most serious claims against her, ruling the accuser failed to show she had knowledge of what allegedly happened or benefited from any alleged serious misconduct, says TMZ. Again, read the ruling, not the headline. The evidence connecting her wasn't there. That's what the court said, nothing more. 2 of the most watched cases in the entire wave gone without a single jury hearing a single word. How?
Sean Diddy Combs is making moves from behind bars. As the rapper continues serving his 4-year prison sentence, one of his Miami mansions has officially sold. According to multiple outlets, the Star Island property fetched $55 million.
Stop. Because once you see the machine, you can't unsee it. The cases died 3 ways. 1, time. Civil claims expire, and allegations spanning 30 years mean many were legally dead the day they were announced, regardless of what did or didn't happen. 2, distance. Claims against the people around him, assistants, executives, collapsed because proving what someone knew is among the hardest tasks in civil law. No knowledge shown, case dismissed. 3, money, and this is the tell. His side settled exactly one case in one day, the one with hotel surveillance footage attached. Everything without that kind of receipt gets fought, motion by motion, year by year, until time or exhaustion wins. Even the biggest case still standing got carved down this way. Judge Oetken tossed its civil RICO claims, its contract claims, its emotional distress claims, says all hip-hop, and the plaintiff's own lawyer dropped the corporate giants from it permanently. The flood everyone thought would bury him is receding. He is winning the civil war faster than new lawsuits arrive, the exact opposite of the story the world believes. But winning in court is only half the machine. The other half moves money. Because this week, while more than 70 of these cases sit pending, Diddy sold one of his Star Island mansions for $55 million from his prison cell, a property his company bought for $35 million in 2021, says The Real Deal. A $20 million profit, closed from Fort Dix, while plaintiffs wait for judgments that can only collect from whatever assets remain when they finally win. Is that connected? Nobody can say. Nothing about the sale is documented as improper, and we claim nothing more. But it's the question every plaintiff's lawyer in America asked this week. Is this justice moving slowly or a race to collect before the money moves faster than the courts? Tell me below, honestly. And this is exactly why this channel exists. I'm tracking every one of these cases, the appeal, the 70 lawsuits, the DA review. So the day the next one breaks, you'll know exactly what it means. Subscribe so you're here when it happens. Now, who's actually left standing? More than 70 lawsuits are still pending nationwide, says Newsweek. Former employees, former partners, and among the newest, a filing from an unidentified former child actor over an alleged 2007 incident in the Hollywood Hills. His spokesman called the allegations false and ridiculous, saying these allegations will be disproved like all the rest. That's the filing, and that's all we'll say about it. There's also a wild card bigger than any civil case. Reports say the LA district attorney is reviewing a publicist's claim that could, potentially, mean new criminal charges on a second coast. No charges exist today, and we keep that word potentially honest. But none of those is the answer I promised you at the top. The most dangerous case left isn't the newest filing or the biggest headline. It's the oldest survivor, Lil Rod. The $30 million lawsuit filed back in February 2024, the one Judge Oetken carved to fragments and refused to kill. Because what survived the scalpel is the hardest core of the entire civil wave, the most serious claims against Diddy personally. The judge kept exactly the parts that reach deepest. It beat time. It targets him directly, not the people at distance. And he couldn't buy it quiet in a day. It survived all three ways cases die, and it has a date attached.
You know, he addressed some of the policies that he will be changing right away, but, voters really made some big resounding changes themselves by approving Prop 36 and by electing Nathan Hochman. So there you go.
Monday, July 21st, the deadline for Diddy's team to file his amended answer and counterclaims in the Lil Rod case. This community knows why that date exists. It was supposed to be June 30th, until his own lawyers told Judge Oetken in writing that they'd been unable to communicate with their client at Fort Dix, the filing that broke this channel's records. The extension bought 3 weeks. Those 3 weeks end Monday. And his side isn't planning defense. All Hip Hop reported in April that the team is preparing counterclaims, citing recent conduct and facts that have emerged. Meaning the one case that survived everything is about to become a two-way war. A plaintiff who has outlasted dismissal motions for 2.5 years against a defendant attacking back from a prison cell through lawyers who, 3 weeks ago, couldn't reach him. A living case means discovery, depositions, evidence under oath, the exact things one-day settlements exist to prevent. So here's the watch, together. Monday's filing, whether it lands, what those counterclaims say, or whether his lawyers go back to the judge a second time. You'll hear it here first, and we'll see who in this comment section called it. The full story of the week his lawyers lost contact with him, the video that explains this exact deadline, is linked right here. Watch that one next. I'll see you there.